Satire ist antidotische Stadt now.
Or maybe you know what a zombie is. You see them sometimes, walking around blindly with dead eyes, following orders, not knowing what they do, not caring. You mean like Democrats?
Now you're lost. Brock Lively.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brock Lawley. I am your host of the Atheist Standard Podcast. Thank you greatly for joining me today. Wait for it. We're going to talk about abortion. Yeah. Did you hear the helium guy of the balloon? I bet you're squirming. I bet you're squirming in your seat. If you need to pull over, find a safe place on the side of the road, please do so. Because yes, we are going to talk about abortion. I'm going to tell you why. I'm a little bit of a glutton for punishment. I follow Sandra Fluck on Twitter. Now, you might remember Sandra Fluck. She was the one that made a name for herself because she wanted you to pick up her $15,000 a year prophylactic habit. And I'm just going to leave it at that because I don't like to make fun of people on a personal level. But you make your own judgments. But anyway, Sandra Fluck is tweeting, you know why? You know why there's guys now? I'll tell you why there's guys now, because the pro-life. The pro-life. Yeah, that's right. The pro-life and the people who won't pay for my prophylactics is the reason that Guys Now is the House of Horrors. It's the reason that he's reenacting the Saw movies in real life on West Philadelphia. Now, I was born about 20, 30, 40 minutes maybe in bad traffic day from Philadelphia. So apparently, if I was born, and this guy's been doing this since I was born, so I mean, apparently if I was born a little bit more to the east, I'd be in Gosnell's paper basket. And ladies and gentlemen, this should startle and shock. And the audacity of NARAL and Planned Parenthood and Sandra Fluck to spin this towards... I mean, I can't even believe this issue. What happened to this country? I mean, we're lost in the weeds on this one. There's no... Listen, you might not know this, by the way. The country polls pro-life. Did you know that? This is a pro-life country. 51% of the country is pro-life. Recent poll, the last poll on the issue. Now, you wouldn't think that. You don't think that because of the media, or you don't think that because you're a college professor, or the spin machine, or you don't think that because they have an enormous campaign to tell you otherwise. In fact, I bet you if you man on the street this issue, they're going to tell you that the country is pro-choice. It's not true. By the way, that's an interesting thing, pro-choice. Pro-choice. We're talking about killing children. We're talking about killing babies. By the way, if you say to the nation, do you think you should be allowed to abort after 4 months? 89% of the country says absolutely not. So at least NARAL and these people, or at least they're honest to their position. They say abort till the cows come home. Fields and fields and fields of abortion promise is what they're fighting for. I find them to be vile cretins, but they're intellectually honest vile cretins. The rest of the country, I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. We've become so morally callous or blind that I would say maybe we don't know what we're doing either. Because let me ask you a question. Why is this so morally fuzzy? You're going to say 4 months is too long. 4 months. You're not allowed to abort after 4 months. The vast majority of Americans say, no way, after 4 months. My question is why? What is this mysterious line? 4 months. Okay, so what if the baby was born in a leap year? Now we're a little shy of 4 months. So apparently this baby's allowed to be dismembered, quartered. I mean, what about February? It's not as long as a month. It's not as long of a month. I mean, essentially this argument's going to get down to the point where they're talking about minutes. So 3 months and, 29 days and what? A couple minutes. This is no good. This is good. What are we talking about? I mean, what in the world are we talking about? You wonder why your conscience is pricked at 4 months? Because we're talking about a baby. We're talking about the most innocent, voiceless, the quintessential epitome of innocence. And we're slaughtering them at the tune of $2.5 million a year. That puts the Ugandan or the African genocides to shame. Looks like Romper Room. Mary Poppins episode. Ladies and gentlemen, the blood's on this nation's hands. Read your history. What happens to civilizations, societies, who do such vile things. What are we talking about? We're talking about children. And you've been washed over with decades and decades of propaganda that gets you thinking, oh, I want to say the right thing. I want to do the right thing. They're talking about women's health issues. What are they talking about? What woman has 4 arms, 4 legs? We're talking about a human life. And to compound this madness, right alongside, stride for stride, from the same ideological kin, they're going nuts, crazy, insane, straitjacket mad over animal rights. So you can have Gosnell House of Horror setups all over the nation. By the way, did you know that these things are popping up like dandelions all across the country? Which means we have an endemic culture of this sickening Roman child sacrifice. Bloody vacuum hoses and scissors and body parts in sinks. This is your country. If tomorrow they made it legal, I don't care about legal. If tomorrow they made it legal to run over grandmothers with your car, what does your conscience tell you? Who cares what 9 idiots in black robes say if they get something so ridiculous wrong? Killing innocent children? This is not a moral conundrum. This is not a gray area. This should be as clear as anything in your life. Pardon the severity of my tone, but what were these a severe tone? What were these a pointed tongue, if not 2.5 million children every single year on the altar of this conscienceless, moralless, vile, disgusting culture of death? I think your blood pressure should rise over that. Might be just my opinion. Don't think this stuff goes unpunished. Don't think that justice doesn't come to a people that slaughters its own children, because it does. Because it does.
You are listening to the Atheist Antidote Show.